Welcome back to another casual crafting video as we continue building the left arm of the Wing Gundam XXXG-01W. Well, in the previous video, I was wondering if I would make the left arm faster than the right arm. However, as things are coming along, it looks like the left arm video will actually be longer. Anyhow, I suppose let's get going. And now I move on to the shoulder, which is B1011 in PCA. This time, less confusion. Let's put you to the side now. I'm gonna cut (1011) is up here, 1011, so corner. And I'm just going to flip this upside down to expose better the connecting part. And I also need B4, so although B4 is not part of the shoulder, I may as well cut it out now. And I need PCA, which is up here. Back to the debris bin. As you can see, I'm getting more and more bits in here, right? Alright, I mentioned all that stuff would be all over my room if I didn't have this bin. You know, when I watch those some of these videos on YouTube from other other modelers, right? I'm trying to figure out, hey, you know, how do they snip all their parts all at one time, right? And not make a mess of the whole room, but maybe they are doing it, it's just that they're not showing it on their videos. Right. I'm also very confident that most of the cutting sounds are literally just recordings too. And nothing with that, right? I mean, those more expert modelers, I mean, they're definitely something you can learn from, right? The techniques and stuff. And it's always a matter of how much of your own personal time and effort do you want to put into this kind of hobby, right? This is casual crafting. Your personal enjoyment is of importance, and we don't rush things here, right? We don't rush things here. I don't buy like large backlogs of models I have to complete, or else my cupboards are bursting and stuff like that. So we take our time with our models and treat these as the pastime that it is. One thing about making these videos is having to remember to keep the action in frame, right? What you're seeing sometimes is as I have to bring the part nearer to my eyes to look at it more clearly, it goes out of frame, and then I realized that I have to move it back, right? And by the way, sometimes even with this big blue bucket, I do miss the bucket, and I have to shape it up generally later with that same brush acting as a broom on my table. I would like to invite you to support my channel by liking this video and subscribing to my channel. Let's do stem. So that one, generally you shouldn't have to have too much precision on that one. Okay, so we're good with that. And the polycap part, PC part. And there we go, putting this aside. And put this aside for a quick moment. And there we go. Okay, so we have this part here, and this part here. You can see it wants you to go in a certain sequence. This polycap is symmetrical, so it just pushes in to there. And yeah, so one thing is, as you observe how these joints are made, right? It's just simply a plastic, kind of rubberized plastic thing. In time, those parts do wear on each other, right? And joints become loose, right? With the friction stuff. So this is another squeezy part. Use the glove to squeeze. That's all the fingerprints. And that's the part where, hey, if I really want this closer, I could apply some glue and stuff, but I think I'm good with that. Alright, so there we go. We have that B4 and the shoulder part. Okay. So off you go into off screen next to the other assembled parts. So I move down to the rest of this section, and I got a few more parts to cut out, of course. Let's do the A tray. I got to do A8 right there. A8 and A18 and 25. A18. And A25 is this small transparent piece right there. These kind of small pieces are the high screw up potential pieces. I'll put the A tray back off to the side. I need D3, and it makes sense because we did D4 before, so D3. And I-12. And I is a piece of yellow, if I recall. Yes, it's yellow. So it's I-12, which is right here. Okay, so I'm going to push the transparent part to be the last part I try to clean up, right? Touch that transparent plastic the last. So you all would notice by now that I do fast forward certain parts of the video, and that's really a question of how much fast forwarding would be appropriate. I do put on a icon to indicate fast forwarding is happening, so you know when it's being fast forwarded, so you know you do have an accurate perception of what's happening. Fast forwarding is generally always done at 3 times speed. Alright, so when you see the fast forwarding happening, it is a 3 times speed forwarding. So I'm trying to stick a thumb in between to give that surface some support. Some pressure can be applied by the file. Now we're not really pressing really hard. It's more like gliding the file over the part of interest. I can kind of still feel that. It's time for me to brush off some of the dust off the file. As you can see, the filing has created some difference in the surface appearance, although from a distance it will be relatively unnoticeable. But that's that risk of filing, right? Where you have to figure out whether are you causing more changes than you don't want. Okay, so let's look at something else. Right? I have this file. And this side is the soft surface, so I'm going to use this to apply, to see if I can effect some change to this side of the part. Now this side is literally very soft to the touch, right? Yeah. So get some evenness down on this piece. So honestly, all this filing and stuff, right? You may not really have to do it at all if you are satisfied with the condition of your parts, right? And they fit properly. All this additional stuff is all for improved aesthetics, and some of it is probably not even noticeable at a normal viewing distance, right? So a lot of this is really you're doing it because you know it can be done. You know that certain so-called defective marks are there. And you just try to remedy it because it's just important to yourself, right? It may not necessarily be that consequential to the actual part itself. Okay, fine. So we're gonna get that last transparent piece. Carefully cut the back. And at the front, and if you remember, you could apply a very fun sticker. Well, actually, this sticker wasn't that bad. There's a lot worse stickers to do. The silver foil stickers, this guy, and I've taken off the glove because it's just hard to handle the part with the additional fatness of the glove tips. So I'm going to remove the sticker and it goes on this way. Put the triangle there. Just checking because the sticker actually has some kind of group of adhesive that is not immediately sticky. So if you need to, you can make some fine adjustments. So I think I got the sticker generally on good enough at least. Oh well, good enough. Okay, so and this goes goes in here, right? Triangle shape that goes in there, and we press it in, and I push it in with the back of this brush. Okay, that looks good enough. So the white part goes over the blue part. Nice closed seam. And now we get back this original arm, I guess, frame that we had. Right, turning it upright. This is the shoulder portion. So we put on this yellow piece. Some flat side away. Yeah, seems to be. I need to get the groove in. I think the groove is I'm in the groove. Yes, I'm in the groove. But I am not aligned with that two slot. So this is probably in the groove now. I'm in the right way. Alright, there we go. So this is the right way now to put it in. Step 2, step 3, they say put on this thing. And then we had that confusion before about the blue side, and this is where I have a panel line on this. I'll do the same panel line, which is I'm gonna color in some gray into this groove slot here. There we go. Gundam marker, by the way. Yeah. The question of the short side. There we go. Turns forward, and that shoulder comes in this way. Right? And there you have generally the forearm. Almost complete except for the additional armor accessories. Okay, I will stop for now. My goodness, this left arm is taking a lot longer than I expected. I still have about 3 minutes plus of video to edit on the left arm build. Now, is it because I'm taking more care? Well, let's find out as I finish the arm build in the next video.